5 days to deliver 16 apartments, 16 kitchens, 34 bathrooms and 88 bedrooms. I've got my best team here. We need to deliver for this customer or else it's over. Will we do it? Stay tuned to find out. Missed the end of what? What? I've not seen there, what? How are you doing with shower screens?
Not bad, going.
Yeah, so Dale thinks he's going home tonight, but what I told him yesterday and he's not happy about, I've got the ability in my phone to disable his engine, yeah? Because I've got the immobiliser thing on my app. So I know you're a mechanic, but I don't think you're going to get around this one. So I hope you've brought enough underpants to last you a couple more days. I think maybe you want to talk about me off camera, but you've done well. There is a deal. If you do, you've done all the shower screens?
Yeah.
What a guy, what a guy. And you get me some of them.
In fact, there's
what?
one.
Why?
I can't, not boarded.
Right, but does it fit? Have you checked if it fits?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you can't go on then, can you? So that's it, right, Sam? Well, see you tomorrow. Yeah, no, good work, legend. And Al, cousin Al, smashed it as well. So yeah, it's mayhem on site. I don't want to get in anyone's way. I don't want Hollywood to get in anyone's way, and probably not everyone wants to be filmed. But I'm going to try and give you a flavour of where we're up to, what the size of the task we've got in front of us, and also try and showcase what my guys can deliver, how much they can achieve in one day. But whilst we're doing that, let's have a little flyover back home to Manchester and see how we're getting on at Project Wiedźminow. The weather's holding off a little bit, enabling us to crack on with the roofs. Let's go and check in on Project Wiedźminow. So a lot of unsung heroes on this job. So there's Kai, labourer, been smashing it non-stop. The labourers and those sort of members of our team don't get the credit they deserve. But Kai, look at that, smashing it. Keep it up, lad. Oh, let's go in this one because there's music playing there. So this is one of the nearly finished ones. We're leaving the communal areas to last. Oh no, I'll have to turn the music down. Just turn the music down for a second because we're filming. Come through, Hollywood, you can squeeze through.
Just push the door, mate, it's not wet.
Just push the door, mate, side. So yeah, it looks like a mess at the moment. That's because it's a mess at the moment. But in about an hour's time, this will look finished. What we've done all the work now. All the bathrooms are done, the kitchens are in. These splashbacks here, which I spoke about in last week's episode, are like a modular design. They're really good because there's no tile needed and the quality is premium. However, it took 8 weeks from paying for them to land on site. Same with this micro laminate as well. But we ordered this prior to being on site and it's only just landed, so it's given us loads of pressure to get on site and get these in now, but we're smashing through. Actually had an agency guy come on, do these today. So my guys can do 2 of these in a day, easy. And it's quite fiddly, they've not worked with this product before, but they're easily getting through that. Had an agency guy and I feel really bad, but he'd done this much from there in a day. And I actually said to him, look, do you think that's acceptable? And he was like, no, I'm embarrassed, to be honest. And I said, why? He just said, I don't know, it was just a bit too hard for me and I've got carpal tunnel in my arm. I was like, well, that's not our fault. We're paying a premium because you're from the agency, so I had to let him go, which is annoying because we need all the help we can get. But yeah, I'd like to see all this gone, but the painters are in, just snagging it and getting it done. And then once they are done, we can get our lads back in to do a full builder's clean, which you do before you hand it over to the cleaners. They'll do a proper sparkle clean, and they're the ones that make it look really nice, but we're getting there. So another problem with doing premium work or with premium products is this radiator here, again, has been on a long lead time, and the electricians have come in and first fixed the spur, so the electrical, where the electrical connection goes to this side. We were told that these can be two-handed. Hollywood, is that your phone? We were told that these can be two-handed, so what that means is essentially this here, where the cable comes in, would be on this side right next to the spur. They've come, and the electricians tell me that they're not, they can only come out of that side, which means the cable's gonna have to come across there. And it's so annoying because I wouldn't really be happy with that, and I expect the client's not going to be that happy with that, but there's nothing we can do. We've rang their tech support and they've said no, they're not. But even though the ones we ordered, we were told they were. So really, it's just one of them things. We're just going to have to wire it, and that'll be that. But I know that the client won't be happy, and I know that it'll be me that gets it in the neck, even though I've done nothing wrong. We've ordered it in good time. We took the rep's word on it, and I'm sure he acted in good faith as well. But now I'm gonna have to get a bit of flack from the client, because really he probably won't be happy with that. Even in the grand scheme of things, the students, etc., won't be aware of it, they won't care. But really, if we're gonna do it right, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. So just something we'll have to deal with. We'll be getting hit in the neck about that, I reckon.
Any single ladies, single, and bored, got nothing else to do with my life. Miserable.
Maybe just don't drill for 2 seconds.
Yeah, go figure out, measure.
So again, talking about having my best, most elite soldiers here, 𝗕𝗨𝗘𝗔𝗧, who we never used to be able to get to work away from home, is now being a team player. He's been from Abersock to Newcastle, had you all over. And this is a guy that did not like leaving Manchester, but I've said, if he finishes this bespoke one-of-one media wall thing that the customer's just thrown at us, I will let him go on holiday on Thursday morning. Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
But if not, I've said it already, but I've got the ability to immobilise everyone's van from my phone on the trackers, so I will literally not let anyone leave, because I'm that guy. But no, he won't. He assures me
I'll be done.
he'll be done, and he'll be out of here a couple of hours in the morning, and he'll be gone. And where are you going, on a cruise or something?
No, flying over to Rhodes.
What a life.
Relaxing holiday.
You deserve it, mate. But yeah, Matt is the guy that I go to for anything like this. He didn't really have much of a brief, but it was make the TV fit and make it not look rubbish, and hopefully we're going to be all right. Yeah, man. Oh, it's Tim as well. Let me tell you about Tim. Poor Tim. Right, so again, another one of my best elite soldiers. We've literally holding him together with sellotape. He'd done his tendons in his shoulders, should really be going home. His wife's going to divorce him. His wife hates me, but he's still here now, and he's absolutely smashing it with one hand, and he only needs one hand, to be fair. Look, this is what I mean. Oh.
Ladder, please.
What's this?
The ladder.
Your ladder. Oh, sorry, Tim. There you go. I don't know how you operate one of these. There you go. Oh, there you go. Hollywood, come through here. Look at this. I say it every time, but if you are, the windows need cleaning, but if you are a football fan or you're a Newcastle United fan, and this is your bedroom, absolutely smashed it. St James's Park, right there. And all the cows you ever want to see. Unbelievable. So yeah, let's keep moving.
I can't even do it.
Well,
the job, man.
oh man, yeah. Oh man, we have to stay here. Hey, we're out.
Be a joiner.
Cheers, brother. Thank you. Oh. What's that? Yeah, he's working. He's doing a bit. Fine, I can't, but let me get a picture of this. Doing a bit. Doing a bit, man. I got him. So another one that is quite a bit off, but getting there. I can see that the end's in sight. When there's panels on the wall and there's flooring down and there's carpets down, I know we're there or thereabouts, but I'm just casting my eye around this one here. This is one of the client's talented, well, I don't know what you are, you're not a handyman, are you? You're a project manager that's doing a bit of a side hustle. But yeah, he's putting all the Samsung's putting all the pictures up for us. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, this one, but again, give us an hour and we'll have it cleared out and we'll have it tidied up and get the finishing bits on. But I'm just relieved that there's flooring down and there's paint on the walls, because I know that everything else is fixable and recoverable. Yeah, so I'm in one here that we're trying to get ready for snagging by tonight, because the client is going to send their project manager in to snag these in the morning. So we've now moved some of the labour, diverted them over here, flooding the job, and we're trying to get everything done so that then we can give it the painters for a couple of hours in the morning to smarten it up. So what's happened is they've been painted, but we're in here doing our bits and pieces, and they're getting knocked and banged, so the painters need to come back in and sort of pre-snag it. The client will find snags, we know that. However, my granddad used to say, when you're letting a client snag a job, give them something really obvious to find, because if you don't, they'll look really closely and they'll find loads of snags. So yeah, we need to give them something nice and obvious to snag. It's true that, it says.
Yeah, 100%.
Told you. I've had this t-shirt on for 3 days now. Stupidly didn't bring any works t-shirts, so I'm starting to smell a little bit. I did a little hand wash in the hotel, but it's not cutting the mustard. But needs must. I have actually got nicer t-shirts. I don't know why I brought them. I packed some weird stuff. I've had to go to Tesco and buy some box shorts. So I've got some of the old F&F boxers on, which is a bit of a breakaway from my usual Calvin Kleins. But you know what? I'm quite enjoying being out and about, and I'm enjoying being on site. Actually spending 2 weeks on site nearly, and being actually at the coalface with the guys has been a real eye-opener. I get to see how good my team are, areas we probably need to strengthen on, things we need probably not to do again. Like, for example, we use these 2 subbies, local subbies. We were supplied by another company, and then today they've just literally not turned up. And we caught one of them this morning getting his tools and disappearing, and now he's basically just let us down. So we had to pick up the slack, and it reinforces my belief that retaining my core team is so important, and it's exactly why I do it. Just grabbing 5 minutes. It's chaos. I think we've got getting on for 60 trades on site. Maybe more actually, with all the other subbies and their guys as well. There's furniture people doing all the fitted furniture. You know what? I love the pressure of trying to hit a deadline, but at the same time, I don't like the feeling of anxiety it gives me. Just the thought of letting a customer down. I know we won't. I know we'll be here till the death at the end of the week doing it, but because I care so much about this business and our work and our customers, it does weigh me down, and I've not been sleeping great this last few nights. I'm staying in a hotel, like I say, so I never really sleep that well when I'm not in my own bed. Even though it's a lovely bed and a lovely hotel, but I can't switch off. I've got a Whoop. I don't know if any of you guys have got one of them, and it measures my heart rate and my stress levels. It keeps telling me I'm in the high stress zone. Now, I'm not someone that actually ever gets that stressed. I feel like I inject a bit of stress in situations to get things done, to create focus and make sure people understand the urgency of things. But I don't personally get that stressed, but I can't relax, and it's that relaxation that gives you the recovery, and I just don't feel that relaxed at the moment. I'm sat inside our container, and this is basically where we're moving surplus materials to now that we've got to then take back to Manchester. These are these panels that I was telling you about. We had to order over, but just in case, because they're on such a long lead time, just in case we didn't have enough. But there's probably well over £1,000 worth of panels spare there, and there's stuff coming back now. But you know what? I just thought we'll use some of these in new HQ. And remember, hopefully, subject to us winning the job, there's the other half of this job, and this client has got other jobs across the country when they have the same uniform spec across a lot, so we could stockpile them and hopefully use them again somewhere else. But yeah, hopefully. I'm glad in a way that we have got stuff to come back with, because it's better to have too much and not enough, but hopefully there won't be that much. Yeah, grabbing a minute. But we're slowly but surely getting apartment after apartment finished, and we've got a few now that have been cleaned, and it's nice to see the finished product because it gives you something to focus on. You can see ones that are miles behind and some that are there or thereabouts. So let's go and have a look at one of the finished ones. To be honest with you, I don't know what day of the week it is, but you know what? I've had a little lull in the day and I'm having a little bit of reflection, because you know that I like reflection. But just look at this, right? All these vans here, our vans, my team here, working together. Another one there, another one there, two here. And I know vans don't necessarily mean anything, but what it stands for me is a team, a family. And I've always tried to build this company like family. It started with me, my dad and my uncle, and it's just me. My brother works for us now. Another van there, and seeing all these here in one place, and this is just some of them, because don't forget we've still got projects happening in Manchester. It makes me so proud, and they're really pulling together. As you've seen, we've got so much going on. You can't really appreciate the scale of this project until you're on site. I was looking at it on plans when we were pricing it, and I didn't realise just how extensive it is. 88 bedrooms, that's 88 chances of problems, 32 bathrooms I think there is, 16 kitchens, another van there. You know, it's amazing. There's vans literally everywhere, I love it. Every day we're having to think of solutions, another van there. Solutions to problems, for example, we've bought every last metre of carpet that's been spec for this job in the UK. So they're now having to manufacture it as fast as we're laying it. So we've had to come up with solutions for that. This painter here, look at him sticking his finger up there. I've never seen him actually painting, but he gets more paint on his overalls. I'm always joking. He's a good lad. And we're having to figure out solutions all the time and be dynamic all the time. We've run out of a splashback, so now we're coming up with a solution for that. Another van here. This one definitely needs delivery doing again. So yeah, it's draining, but the guys are really pulling together, and I'm like really proud of them. Danny's absolutely smashing it. Bizzle never lets me down. All the guys, Matt, Phil, Matt the Spark, Tom, Kenzie, Cody, so many of the guys that you don't really know have really pulled together, and I know they'll stay until the job gets done. So anyway, I am now going to head back to Manchester because Harmony, my daughter, is starting her first day at high school tomorrow. I want to be there, so I'm doing a 6-hour round trip, but I'll be back on site tomorrow and I'll update you then. But I might have to nip into the office as well, because I've also got a business to run and there's still sites and people that need paying in Manchester and stuff that he's doing. So yeah, back either Manchester or Newcastle tomorrow. Back in Manchester, not done much filming today, probably because, like I was saying to KTM before, I can't really focus on anything else other than Project Toon at the moment. I've really had to get back involved with that, not because the job's behind or not because Danny and Bizzle are not doing a great job, because they are. All the guys down there, there's too many to list. They are literally running on empty, as you've seen, but I just can't really think about anything else. So I was saying before to KTM that there's loads of things that I want to address. Whilst I've been driving to and from Newcastle, I've been coming up with all these ideas and bits of the business that I want to tackle, and I just can't do it yet. I've got to wait until next week when the job's handed over. I've got a bit of clear headspace, and then I'm going to attack it. I've got some big plans and some things that I want to tell you guys, but not quite ready yet. So it'd be detrimental to the business to just put it out there right now, as open as I want to be. Just, they're not quite over the line, so I can't talk about it. But when I can, you'll like it. I know you will. So just looking here at our project management software. This is Loft Social, the project that we've been doing, the bar, and KTM's been smashing this now. Just been to site and uploaded a few bits, but check this out. Look at that wall there and the mirror ball. This is going to be amazing. So much, in fact, that I'm trying to explain, I'm trying to ask them if we can do our Christmas do there. Oh, there's the boys there, Rob and Glyn. Look at the bar. It's looking absolutely mega. And this is really useful for me because I can see what's happening on site. I've been actually looking at these on my phone as well from anywhere in the country. So I've been able to keep an eye on the business through our project management software, BuilderTrend. So if any of you guys are interested in getting the project management software, they've actually now given us a referral link. It's in the description below. And basically, if you guys book a demo, you make 50 quid, we make 50 quid. If you go ahead and get the software like us, and why wouldn't you? Because it's honestly, it's the best we've had. We're on to our third product now in 15 years, and this is by far the most comprehensive. If you get it, I think you get 250 quid, and we get 250 quid, and that's good. So yeah, have a look, just book a demo, 50 quid for nothing, just to watch them show you what it does. BuilderTrend, have a look in the description below, the referral codes there. We are also cracking on other projects on the creatively named Project School. It's kind of come to a bit of a halt, that job, just because Adam and Eve and Mike all went on holiday at the same time, which is annoying because it's our busiest time, but it's also the time that everybody has to go on holiday. So yeah, we're now back on site. So let's check in with Project School. So I've decided I'm going to head back up to Newcastle in the morning. Now I was going to go straight there. Harmony had her first day at high school today, my daughter. It's amazing how fast she's grown up. She was really nervous, but just spoken to her and she loved it, which is a relief because she doesn't find school that easy. So yeah, came back for that. I'm going to head up to Newcastle in the morning for the final push. I'll probably end up staying there until Sunday, maybe even Monday. Like I said before, I've done 2 nights now at home in 2 weeks, which is bonkers. I forgot what my own bed feels like. And just talking about Project School there and generally the pressure we're under to get Project Toon over the line, it's it does take its toll really, because it's an impact in that if you don't get it right, you could ruin the reputation of your company. You could lose customers that you've had for years, but whilst you've got all your resource on one project, you're probably taking resource from other projects, and that's quite a difficult balancing act to make because we don't want to upset any customer because all of our customers are important as the others, but it's hard really. We've got a big team, but it doesn't matter how big your team is, you've only got so much resource that you can direct in one direction. So sometimes you have to take a view commercially and think, right, I need my assets there, I need my best team there, at the expense of that job for a little bit. And yeah, it is difficult, but these decisions you got to make. This is why we do what we do, but it does put pressure on the rest of the team, like KTM and everyone else that's got to deal with the customers. So if you are watching and you are one of our customers, I'm sorry if you don't think your project is moving as fast as you want it to. I promise you, we're not doing it on purpose. You're no less or more important than any of our other customers. It's just that we've got a deadline that we have to hit, and we don't want to ever let people down. We wouldn't do it to you or anyone else. So yeah, all you can do in life is your best.
All right, so I'm here at the new HQ filming Dale fixing our Ford Transit, but unfortunately my brakes needed changing on my car, so that's what he's doing now. He's been meaning to do this for a couple of weeks now, but due to our lack of resources in Newcastle, he's been delaying it. So as you can see, my brakes definitely needed changing because it was running pretty low. So I'm lucky I got it done, and I'm getting it done in time. What would you call this, Dale?
Extraction.
Yep. He took this bolt out, unfortunately, because the lock and wheel nut didn't work. So gonna have to buy a new lock and wheel nut. So he's gonna continue on with this now, and I'll be back on the road.
Right, so that's Hollywood's car done. Like he stated earlier, the locking wheel nut was actually knackered. The locking tool didn't work. It worked on all the other wheels, but just not on this one. Don't know what's happened. They do, you know, if they get over tightened or if they've been off and on quite a lot, they do fail. So yeah, I've had to butcher the wheel nut to get it off, but you'll have to go and buy a new one now, won't you? But no, well due. He was down. Well, as you can see, all this edge here was all knackered, and we were actually on the metal a little bit, so well due the change. Got your money's worth out of these ones. So yeah, the Transit I have actually got built back up. I've had it turning over, sounds good, but I've got a little fuel leak, so it's not starting at the minute. I'm gonna have to strip a few things down and just have a quick look and see if there's any pipes that maybe have broken, or because it's quite an older van now, a lot of the pipe work will get brittle. So with me moving a lot of the stuff around and pulling a lot of stuff off, you know, you just don't know if it's cracked or snapped pipe. So yeah, there's a bit of diesel on the floor, so what I'm gonna do is strip all this back down and try and find where this leak's coming from. Then, touch wood, it'll start. I mean, it did try, so that is good news. So I'll try and sort this fuel leak out and then hopefully have it running. But I'll have to crack on.
So it is Saturday night. This episode is going out in the morning. It's 10 to 6 and I haven't filmed a bean because I was being sick in my hotel room all last night. I slept on the bathroom floor because it was so hot. So anyway, we've been on site, not been feeling my best, so I just haven't been up to filming. Plus everyone's just so busy, I can't really get anyone to hold the camera, hence the reason I'm filming myself now. But everyone's gone home, and what a shift my lads have put in. I'm going to try and remember a few of them. Bizzle, Sean, run the show for 10.5 weeks here, smashed it. He's my go-to guy on these big projects. Tom and Owen, the plumbers and heating engineers. Mackenzie, Alex, Kai, Matt Gratty, Phil, Matty Leach. Oh, these names will mean nothing to you. I've got to keep going. Who else is there? Because I don't know. Thomas, Rory the joiner, Tim, not forgetting Tim, who's an absolute legend. He has been working basically with the tendons in his arms strained or something, or damaged. Opal Electrical, our electrical subby that I've been working with for years. Mark Gorman, the floor layers, they put in a mad shift. They have, working until 2 in the morning, some of the mornings. The solar people, they've done a really good job. Kitchen fitters, the bedroom fitters, they're called JT Ellis. They've done really good. I'm trying to think, I really don't want to miss anyone, but honestly, if I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. But yeah, if you need a painter in Newcastle or the Northeast, check out Love Colour. They have smashed it. Those boys here, they started this job only doing 3 of the flats for us. Bear in mind there's 16, and they've ended up doing them all for us because other painters dropped out. Other painters that we use couldn't basically promise to meet the deadline. So Chris and his team at Love Colour have stepped up massively. They've done all the externals for us. Still bits and pieces to go. We're not finished yet, by the way. We've still got tomorrow, but I need to go home. I'm done. But we're going to leave it to the painters just to have the run of the place tomorrow. And then on Monday, I'm sending another team back just to get all the last bits of snagging, and the client's going to come and re-snag a couple that they've already snagged and then snag the rest of them. It doesn't look like a massive job when you first come down and you think, oh, it's easy, it's light refurb work, can do this in our sleep, but because there's so much of it, it's really tested us, and we just hadn't had that much time. But we've done it, we're there. Every single one of the flats are finished, apart from snagging. There's a little bit of flooring to go down in one. There's a little bit of the bedroom furniture go down in another. Nothing really that major left to do. So yeah, we're just going to clear site on Monday, get another team down, clear it all off. We've already started dropping the fencing and things like that. We've got a couple of containers down there you've seen. They're going to go. And then yeah, that's it. Jet wash the site, work our way out, and we're done. I might actually come back next week, mid next week some point, so I'll try and do some filming then, just to make sure the job is fully handed over to the client. So we have to be out of here by Wednesday next week. So I had this idea of making this episode one of those like, will we do it? Like 60-minute makeover kind of thing, but it's just been so busy, and as much as I love being open and honest and doing our YouTube thing, obviously sometimes I just need to be the boss and get it done, and try and be a morale booster to the guys. But to be honest with you, Danny and, as I said, Bizzo have absolutely smashed it. All the boys. If I've missed you, Wayne as well. If I've missed you, Dave. So many. And we had that issue with one of our guys losing his daughter during all this, and that guy has actually worked on site afterwards. Unbelievable. What a team, honestly. And seeing some of those agency lads and some of the people that have let us down on this job, I mentioned it earlier, but it makes me so glad to have the team that I've got. Lads that you can rely on, lads that'll turn up, lads that won't leave you to deal with the mess. And it's hard to find those guys. And when you've got them, you need to keep hold of them. So yeah, I hope you've liked this episode. It's one of them, innit? Like, I don't really plan these episodes. I just want to get them done, get them out. I don't ever, when I first started YouTube, never thought wanted to get in. I didn't want to design my week around YouTube. I just wanted to try and capture the story of what my week's like, week to week, and what my guys do. And I don't really feel like we've shown enough of the guys. I feel like I want to rethink this YouTube thing, and the views have been okay. They're not exactly skyrocket. They're good views, and some people love our views, but they've definitely tailed off. And maybe it's because people are getting sick of us, maybe people are getting bored, or maybe it's just one of those things. But I feel like I've been having a think about it. I want to rethink it and rethink what we do and how we do it, and if we do it. I'm going to go home to my kids now. I remember why I don't really like working away. Miss them. Anyway, have a great rest of the weekend, guys. Enjoy it. Don't forget the reason we do all this, which is to give our families a great life and our friends and ourselves. I'll bring you back next week and show you where we got to. Try and show you some of the finished flats. 3-hour drive home now. So if any of my team are watching, I love you. You're legends. Thank you so much for doing everything you do. I really do appreciate it. Even if I don't tell you enough. See you next week, hopefully.